My two Satoshis, welcome back to the show. My name is Chris. Hey, let's talk about the new Layer 1 that Jack Levin is going to be launching. I do believe sometime this year. As far as I know, it will be in the second quarter of this year. It's called X1. Now, there's been a lot of questions about what's going on with it. Why is it not using Zen? And we'll hear from the vampire's mouth himself, as they're calling him, about what is going to be happening as far as that. But let's look at the update that I saw over on Twitter about this. He says that there will be about 1 billion tokens, deflationary supply, 50% of all transactions fee will be burned, and 50% of the supply will be burned over a set period of time. Let's go into a clip over on that the Crypto Kindness and Jack Levin had recently. It kind of explains some of the things about the new Layer 1.
Why do we need another Layer 1? That's actually a good question. So I didn't think to launch one until everybody asked for one. So it's really a question to the community. And I think the best answer that somebody provided was something like this. They said that if we can use Zen as the gas token or a derivative of Zen as a gas token, so a native coin or a token on the new chain, new Layer 1, then it gives Zen more utility. Because remember how we talked about reflection, that all activity on Ethereum reflects back the fees to validators?
Mm-hmm.
So now we can have delegators and validators in the Zen ecosystem that can get more yield. And that gives more functionality to the Zen ecosystem and more utility to Zen token. And again, it's a sandbox for people to develop interesting projects. And why wouldn't it be a dedicated L1 where you can just get to build a project that can do cool things, and obviously the advertising muscle or the marketing muscle would be stronger to do it there than anywhere else.
The next question is this a Layer 1 or a Layer 2? And he explains that they're forking Polygon. Let's go.
So a sidechain is defined as a chain that syncs up the results to Ethereum, to mainnet. And it also can query mainnet for information and then run a protocol. Now Polygon is not truly a Layer 2. It's presented as a solution for expensive gas on Ethereum, but it's actually its own chain. It produces its own blocks. It can have its own contracts. It doesn't actually need Ethereum. So what we're using is a copy of Polygon to launch our own chain, which will be independent of Ethereum, but will obviously be bridged to Ethereum in all 10 different chains that Zen is on.
As we can see here, he's given quite a few updates. On the 20th, he says that the cross-chain relay systems basis version is done. Kind of goes through some of the examples of what's being worked on right now. On top of that, he also gives an example of the chain testnet that's up on AWS using Terraform for scaling. The next question that everyone wants to know is, will Zen be used for gas on this new Layer 1? And in this clip, he answers it. Shout out once again to Crypto Kindness.
So again, Zen is a building block. And Zen is hyperinflationary in the beginning, and then it becomes disinflationary and ultimately possibly deflationary with all the burns that we're doing. Which, by the way, we're at with staking and these NFTs, we're now at 15% burn of the total supply, which is actually pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah. So to give Zen more value, what we'd like to do with the new chain is not necessarily transfer all of the inflationary Zen to the new chain. What we want to do is we want to tap into the Zen burn records.
Okay.
Like specifically, if you have burned Zen on Ethereum, on Binance, BSC chain, on Polygon, then on our L1, you can then come in with the same wallet address that you own, and then execute the mint of the new gas token based on the amount of Zen you have burned on 10 different chains. For the purposes of making Zen more valuable and having people who are minting Zen to win on Ethereum and to win on Polygon and to win on BSC, because if people are actually burning Zen to get into the new chain, which is the idea, then it makes the supply gets reduced everywhere else. So it's a good Nash equilibrium, and it's a good game theory to give something to everybody, even to the people who are not participating but just hold Zen.
And just like that, we have a use case on all the different chains that it's been launched on. Now, I know it's been painful for a lot of guys to watch the price go down, and you feel like there's nothing coming on the Binance, on Matic, on OKX, on Avalanche, but it looks like there's something in place that is coming to make that a little bit more valuable and to add some utility. Two more things before we get out of here, and we're gonna wrap this up, guys. One thing we're gonna talk about is the DEX that is coming to the X1 layer. Take it away, Jack.
Absolutely. We're just going to copy SushiSwap. That's it. So SushiSwap, I think, is open source. We can just copy it over and boom, you get yourself a DEX.
And let's go over the current Zen ecosystem roadmap that was posted on January 6th. Now, this is liable to change because we also have Phoenix coming, but let's just focus on what Jack and the team is building right now. You have staked Zen, you have the reflection token, yield from Zen burn and staking with ZenFT yield amplification, ZenFTs, which we already have, but they're going to be launching on various chains, as collateral to borrow against future Zen mints, and you have the Zen Mint flash loans with yield for the loan providers. I'd like to thank Crypto Kindness for the great interview that he had with Jack and all of the work that he's done within the ecosystem. I'll link that video down below so that you can watch it in entirety and go over and show some love to their brother. Also, if you like this type of content, hit that like button, that share, and that subscribe, and let me know you like this type of content, and I'll make sure I keep updates with the Zen ecosystem coming to you as much as I can. This has been My Two Satoshis. We're out.
Lately I've been losing my direction. I know, 'cause I've been trapped inside this heart of mine. Heart of mine. Heart of mine.
Take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember,